On today's live daily news, ladies across the Concho Valley can't seem to stay out of trouble. A language barrier makes a shooting situation difficult, and just like the attitudes in town, the weather is heating up. Plus, what is the City Council up to tomorrow? Find out all this and more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. But first, during heartbreaking times of loss, don't let funeral homes overcharge you to honor your loved ones. Two locally owned funeral homes, Robert Massey and Harper Funeral Homes, offer obituaries here on San Angelo Live. Other media sites like that old newspaper could charge you $200, $300, even $400 for an obituary. Here at San Angelo Live, it's a low price of just $30. Plus, what happens when you're done with the newspaper? It likely goes in the trash. At San Angelo Live, obits stay online forever and are always there at the click of a button. So make sure when thinking of who to call, remember those who support local businesses. That's Robert Massey Funeral Home and Harper Funeral Home. Give them a call today. We start the show today with some shocking news out of a rural high school here in the Concho Valley. The woman you're seeing on your screen is Shania Tinney. And Miss Tinney is now the former ag teacher at Paint Rock High School after resigning last week. Why the abrupt resignation? Well, it comes after allegations of Tinney having improper relations with a student there. In a quote from the school district, the superintendent of Paint Rock ISD, Christy Mickelson, said, "Following an investigation into allegations regarding Miss Shania Tinney, Paint Rock ISD has accepted her resignation. As of now, it appears that Tinney has not faced any type of legal prosecution. It is, however, a crime in Texas to have improper relations with a student. In fact, it is an offense punishable by 20 years in prison." We have reached out to the Concho County Sheriff's Office and legal authorities there, but as of this afternoon, no response regarding the incident has been released. And Miss Tinney isn't the only woman in headlines on today. Friday, this woman, 48-year-old Christina Hudler, was arrested for a number of crimes, including possession of meth, evading arrest, and reckless driving after taking police on a high-speed chase around town. As we reported earlier, San Angelo police, with the police department, began the incident. They said it began at Jim Bass Ford. At the time, they were called to the dealership with Hudler as she was threatening the sales force along with driving erratically in the parking lot. Once she spotted the cops, Hudler took off down Loop 306. She exited off of South Bryant but crashed into a concrete barrier there, popping a back tire. That didn't stop Hudler, though. Instead, she continued up North Bryant, but ultimately stopped in front of the visitor center in the parking lot there by the river. And in court news today, a San Angelo couple has been indicted for shooting a man in the face. According to court documents, police responded to a residence in the 300 block of 13th Street regarding a shooting victim. It was learned that a man had been shot in the face in a bedroom there at a nearby residence, allegedly by Tamaricia George and Keisha Hornsby. While in the ICU at Shannon, the victim stated that George shot him in his bedroom with a handgun. That weapon jammed, and Hornsby took control of the gun and then tried to reload it. The victim ran outside only to be shot again and was allegedly nearly ran over by the defendants with a vehicle. Both Hornsby and George were arrested in Shreveport, Louisiana, and were returned to the Tom Green County Detention Center. George was indicted for assault of a household member and tampering with evidence, and Hornsby was indicted for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and assault of a household member. Also, fire crews in San Angelo responded to a grass fire this afternoon at the KOA after a utility trailer caught on fire. At around 2 o'clock this afternoon, firefighters with the San Angelo Fire Department were called to the KOA out by the lake as a grass fire was threatening structures. They were able to get the fire under control. Too bad for the trailer owner, though, as it suffered extensive damage. The fire likely started due to the current weather conditions. Despite there not being a burn ban in effect, these winds mixed with hot and dry conditions can have wildfires spreading extremely rapidly. And speaking of that weather, as of 2 o'clock this afternoon, warm and breezy conditions prevailed across the area. Winds will generally gradually diminish by early this evening, with rather pleasant conditions expected overnight. Look for lows mainly in the 50s. Temperatures tomorrow will be well above normal. It'll feel more like a late spring and summer across the area. Breezy southwest winds and a ridge of warm air will allow temperatures to soar well into the 80s tomorrow afternoon. Despite the very warm temperatures, record highs both in San Angelo and Abilene for tomorrow are in the lower 90s, so no record temperatures are expected to be reached tomorrow. And finally, the City of San Angelo, the City Council, will be discussing again on Tuesday what the plan will be moving forward with that area around Cox Lane. Matt Trammell has the full story, but before we get to that, Lent starts on Wednesday, so start thinking about what you're giving up. But before you start, go down to the Penny Bar and Grill for a Fat Tuesday party you won't want to miss. Step on down to Bourbon Street with $3 bourbon and whiskeys all day long. That at the Penny Bar and Grill at 2412 College Hills. We'll hope to see you there. And now here's Matt Trammell with the biggest story of the day.
Tomorrow morning, the San Angelo City Council will once again bring up the decision on whether to keep or get rid of Cox Lane. The tug-of-war game between the council members, city staff, and residents of Capitol Heights may come to an end. The idea is to get rid of the portion of Cox Lane that runs parallel to Foster near the intersection at Sunset. The first time the council heard the idea, they voted down the abandonment 3-2, but that was with not all of the council members in attendance. Since then, residents have been begging them to keep the road, or at least to fix the drainage issues that they have been facing. Either way, city staff will once again attempt to get the street abandoned. If that does happen, it will mean big things for the traffic in the area, and because of that, it is the biggest story of the day.
Truck Month, Truck Month, Truck Month. You've been asking for it, and it's finally here. It's Truck Month. And we have huge savings on all cars and trucks, including F-150s. Low interest rates which make for low payments, and the best selection we've seen in years. Don't wait, hurry on down to Jim Bass Ford, Houston Hart at Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The regional quarterfinals of the girls' high school basketball playoffs tip off tonight. The Ballinger Lady Cats face another member of their district on Monday when they travel to Winners to take on Jim Ned at 7:45. Also, the boys' basketball playoffs finally begin this week. The Central Bobcats travel to Alpine on Tuesday to play El Paso Eastwood at 6 p.m. The Cats secured a spot in the playoffs when they beat Midland High 71-63 on Saturday. The Cristobal Cougars travel to Ballinger tonight to play Colorado City. Reagan County plays Roscoe tonight in Big Spring. The Miles Bulldogs play their bi-district round in Robert Lee tonight against Forsan. And finally, the number 4 Erie County Hornets play Paint Rock at the Janelle Center at Angelo State tonight. All these games start at 6 p.m. In other sports news, softball season is officially here, and the San Angelo Central Lady Cats hosted Del Rio at the Central Softball Complex. Check out sanangelolive.com for updates and final scores for this matchup.
This month only, mix and match cleaning and disinfecting services and save big with Carpetech. For example, get your carpet clean, save 10%. Get your carpet and tile clean, save 15%. Or get your carpet and tile and air ducts clean, save 20%. Call Carpetech today, 325-735-5142.
If your home is in a wreck, call Carpetech, yeah.
And that's it for news, weather, and sports. Be sure to keep an eye out for the hot temperatures tomorrow. We'll have everything that goes on with the City Council and with county commissioners on Tuesday tomorrow. Again, it's Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday heading into Lent, so party tomorrow and be prepared for the beginning of Lent on Wednesday. Until tomorrow, I'm Yantis Green for San Angelo Live.